Well, here we are, the last film of the older Planet of the Apes franchise. It's been a fun ride watching all of these movies for the first time, and the series has come a long way since the first one. We've experienced underground telepathic humans, apes in 1970s Los Angeles, and an ape revolution from their human slavers. I was foaming out the mouth to find out how they'd wrap up this franchise. But I'm sad to say, this franchise doesn't end with a bang or even a whimper. It ends in some old bullshit. Battle for the Planet of the Apes is my least favorite movie in the franchise, and it's pretty bad. Set 15 years after the events of the last one, Caesar has taken a community of apes and has created a small, adorable hobbit town in the grassy hills. Humans have almost wiped themselves out and have decimated cities. For some reason, Caesar wants to know what happens to Earth's future. McDonald, his right-hand man, tells him there is video footage of Caesar's parents, Zira and Cornelius, discussing the future of Earth. The catch is that the footage is buried in some archive in a nearby decimated city. They travel to the archives only to discover a group of humans living underground. The humans get mad when they witness Caesar breaking into their little hideout, so they run them out of town and declare war. 20 minutes later, the humans show up to Caesar's hobbit village and a battle happens. Man, I can't believe this is how they ended the franchise. This movie is basically just plot points the movie. Battle for the Planet of the Apes takes zero time whatsoever in exploring any of these characters, including Caesar. What is Caesar's life like? What is his relationship with his partner? What is his relationship to his son? What are his thoughts post-ape revolution? We don't really get anything, like literally nothing. Within minutes of meeting Caesar, McDonald proposes they go to the archives. Everything happens so fast, and there's really no justification for any of it. Why does Caesar want to know Earth's future? And furthermore, why does he care so much that he'd risk going into a radioactive city? Sure, I guess the fact that he could see his parents again is somewhat of a justification, but it's flimsy at best. Then there's General Aldo, the extremely cranky gorilla. Why is he so cranky? Why does he hate humans? Why does he undermine Caesar every chance he gets? We don't get answers to any of it. Having someone in a high ranking position amongst Caesar's military who opposes Caesar is an interesting idea, but we need to know why. We need to see why Aldo hates humans and why he hates Caesar's teachings. Instead, he is who he is, I guess, but at this point, who cares? I am stunned how fast this movie moves along. We start somewhat strong when we get to hang out for a couple minutes in the village, but it doesn't last long. Before too long, we're whisked away to the city to meet the underground humans. And oh boy, yeah, speaking of which, how have these humans survived for so long underground in a radioactive city? What is their life like? How do they get food? If you're looking for answers, you won't find any. I don't mind that Caesar runs into a group of humans in the city and the humans hate Caesar for his actions, but why doesn't the movie spend a little bit more time with these guys? Why doesn't the movie attempt to allow us to sympathize with these humans? It doesn't matter though, because the moment they see Caesar, they freak out, shoot at him, and chase him out of the city. And the humans follow them back to declare war because they're bored? I guess technically they're going for revenge, but I'm pretty sure the reason declared in the movie is that the new governor is bored. Okay, whatever, I guess. If there's one thing I give the movie credit for, though, it's that there is indeed a battle, but don't get too excited. The battle is pretty dull and uninteresting. There's no build up to it. There's no plan from the apes waiting for the inevitable battle. There's nothing. It just sort of happens. Then after the battle, we get a confrontation with Caesar and Aldo because Aldo killed Caesar's son. But at this point, do we care? This could have been a nail-biting, explosive moment between the two of them, but sadly, we don't know or care about either of them. Oh, and their battle is so anticlimactic, it's pretty comical. They climb a tree and Aldo falls off the tree during a scuffle. My God. But the movie's ultimate sin is, what was this all for? What did anything in this movie achieve? We basically end the movie in the same way we started, with humans and apes living amongst each other trying to lead a simple life. None of the events of the movie really amounted to anything, or at the very least, it didn't amount to anything revelatory. Sadly, there is not much meat on this bone. There are a couple aspects I like. I enjoyed the characters Virgil and Mandemus, but other than that, this movie is a complete waste of time. I rank this dead last in this franchise, and quite frankly, it should have just ended with Conquer. I cannot believe they ended it this way. What a waste.